meditation. Today we will be using the singing bowls and a nice space to relax in order to bring in a little bit of nourishment and a little bit of nurturing into our day. Today is my mom's birthday, and so I want to give a shout out to my mom. Happy birthday. I'm so glad that you were born so that I can be on this planet as well. And so when I was thinking about this class today, and when I was thinking about what it was that I really wanted to bring in, one of the things that really popped into my mind, since it is my mom's birthday, is nourishment and nurturing, especially this idea of nurturing. And a lot of us growing up, we sort of have this idea where we have to be nurtured from something outside of ourselves, right? So if it was maybe a similar case to myself, my mom was a very nurturing mother. And so, growing up with a person, whether it's a mom or a grandmother or a father or somebody in your life, a friend even, that's very nurturing, you might learn that this nurturing comes from outside of yourself. And I mean, even as little babies, as children, we have to be nurtured in some way, shape, or form by something outside of ourselves, right? We weren't self-sufficient, right, when we came into this world. And so a lot of times as we grow up, we also have this idea that nurturing comes from outside of us. And it might not be something anybody's ever told us. It might not be something that we were taught, or is something that we necessarily learned in that capacity. But at the same time, we were shown over and over again that this nurturing is from something around us. Something around us holds us. And even though that's not necessarily a bad thing, it's not inherently good or bad, it just is. But at the same time, a lot of us do start to move into adulthood, and we seek this nurturing from outside of us. So it might be nurturing from things, or buying things and getting more money so that we can buy things that we then feel nurtured by. It might be some kind of food, or some kind of substance, or some kind of even just reward of being able to, finish on a Friday and go have, a glass of wine with a friend or something like that. And so a lot of times we just unconsciously have this idea that nurturing comes from outside of us. But really, true nourishment and true nurturing comes from within. And it comes from allowing ourselves to be nurtured by the simplest of things, by taking time for ourselves to be able to reset and come back into a space of foundation. And so even by practicing a practice like this, if you're practicing here, on a Friday afternoon and it's getting ready for the weekend, you're giving yourself the time and space to nurture yourself. And it doesn't have to just be through a sound bath. It could be taking time to go on a walk for yourself. It might be setting time aside before bed instead of watching TV or doing things for other people. Maybe it's reading a good book. And this is all part of nurturing. So nurturing yourself doesn't have to come with a certain kind of practice, yoga, meditation, any of these things that, I'm here to share with you. But even just taking time for yourself, setting some time aside for yourself and saying, yep, this is time for me, that's nurturing yourself. So regardless of what this practice brings for you, just recognize that you are already nurturing yourself. You've already taken the time to set aside a little bit of time for yourself to sort of come into this space and say, yep, this is time for me. I'm going to do this for myself. And most of the time when we set time aside for meditation or sound healing and these sorts of practices, we probably are doing it from a space of knowing that we need some kind of nurturing, that we need some sort of nourishment in our lives. And so right away, I'd like for you to sort of acknowledge yourself, give yourself a little pat on the back and be like, yeah, you know what? Even just by showing up, you are nurturing yourself. And that's what this sound bath is all about tonight, is being nurtured, but not by me, not by these sounds, but knowing that by you creating this space for yourself, you are able to find that nurturing from within. So let's get started. And today we're going to start sitting up just for a few moments, and then we will come down to laying if you would like to. And as we take a little bit of time to nurture ourselves, let's start by bringing our chin down toward our chest. And take a couple of moments here to just notice the things that you feel. And begin to deepen your breath a little bit more. Start to add an extra second onto every inhale that you take. And add a little second onto every exhale. And even just by bowing your head, you're taking a little bit of time to go inward, to look within, and to acknowledge yourself, to be here in this space just for you. On your next inhale, slowly start to lift your nose up toward the sky. And exhale, bring your chin back down to your chest. 2 more like this. Inhale, nose lifts up. Exhale, chin lowers. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower down. On your next inhale, come back to neutral and start to roll your shoulders out in one direction. Big circles with the shoulders. Just give yourself a nice little gentle release. Notice the things that you feel in your neck and your shoulders. And see if you can just start to invite a little bit of nurturing of your body by using this movement to help release any stagnation, any stuck energy, anything you no longer need. And start to circle your shoulders in the other direction. Notice what that feels like. Continue to breathe a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, bring both of your shoulders up by your ears. Exhale, roll your shoulders down away from your ears. And give your shoulders and your torso a little wiggle from side to side. And send your attention and focus down to your hands. And use your right hand to hold on to your left hand. And just give yourself a nice little massage in your left palm. Our hands are said to be an extension of our hearts. It is what connects us to our outside world, and it is what we often receive nourishment and nurturing from by taking in from around us. It's also how we nurture others. So just give your hands a little bit of love, a little release. Thanking them for everything that they do. Maybe move into the fingers. And switch hands. So take your left hand to your right palm and use your thumb to massage the pad of your palm, the roots of your fingers. A lot of us are on our phones a lot, or maybe we're on a computer all day long, or doing some other type of trade where we're using our hands, taking photographs, or we might be writing a lot. So this is a good way to release some of these repeated motions that we might use in our hands on a daily basis. Take a moment to get into your fingers. And then open your hands really wide. Little jazz hands, sparkle the fingers. Take an inhale. And open the mouth, exhale, release your hands. Take your time, and when it feels good for you, slowly start to make your way to a reclining position, into a space that feels comfortable for you to receive this nourishment and this nurturing space that you're creating for yourself. You might put something over your eyes, just allow yourself to gently rest with a blanket on top of your body. And as you settle into this space to nurture yourself today, just know that with every breath that you take, you are nurturing not only your physical body, but your mind, your heart, and your spirit as well. So as we settle in a little bit more, let's take a cleansing breath together. Full inhale through your nose. Long exhale out your mouth. And just say to yourself in your mind, I give myself permission to be fully nurtured in this time and space. I am nurtured by the experiences that I allow in. I am nurtured by the space I create for my own healing. And I am nurtured by simply taking time for myself. And as you invite your physical body to soften a little bit more, releasing behind your eyes and through the hinge at your jaw, allowing your palms to face the sky and your belly to soften. Just allow yourself to be nourished and nurtured with every breath that you take. Begin to allow your mind to land back here in this moment right now. And nurture yourself with every breath in and every breath out. You are here in this moment with everything that is. And you have given yourself this time and this gift to nurture yourself by slowing down, by taking time for you, and by simply listening. Listening to the sounds that are created for you, and also listening to what you need. And even as you begin to breathe a little bit deeper, you start to allow your surroundings to make their way back in. Continue to give yourself permission to nurture yourself and to pay attention to what you need. If you need to nurture yourself by staying in stillness or drifting off into sleep, go ahead and do so and honor what you need. If you'd like to nurture yourself as you bring yourself back into your day, continue to deepen your breath as you start to bring a little bit of movement back to your hands and to your feet. Stretch yourself out, reach your arms overhead. Stretch out from your hands down to your feet. Take a cleansing breath all the way in through your nose and out your mouth. As you continue to nurture yourself and really listen to what you need from one moment to the next, take your time, and when it feels right for you, start to invite yourself to roll over onto one side of your body. Be here with the breath that you're taking right now. As you slowly press into your hands and make your way up to a seat with your eyes closed, facing forward. And today I invite you to place your hands on top of your heart, one on top of the other. Gently bow your head, keeping your intention and your focus inward toward yourself. And know that you can take this practice of nourishment with you, even when you step off of this space and time and into the rest of your day and into your weekend and your weeks ahead. You can nurture yourself with the words that you speak, with the actions that you take, the things that you do for yourself, the things you say about yourself and to yourself, and the thoughts that you have and how you'd like to steer the direction of your thoughts, where you'd like your headspace to be. It might not always be exactly where you want it to be, but just by simply choosing where you'd like to think, where you'd like to place your thoughts and your attention and your energy, gives you the opportunity to nourish your whole self even further. Not just when you have your eyes closed in a sound bath, but throughout your day. As you breathe into your hands and breathe into your heart, just know that the choices that you make for yourself are nurturing. They nourish your whole body, your mind, and your soul. Take a deep breath all the way in. Exhale all the way out. Thank you so very much for taking your time to practice for yourself, to nurture yourself, and to nourish every part of your being. The goodness and the light within me sees and honors the goodness and light within you.